Okay. Let me see if it comes through here now. Okay. And it is. So there we go. Okay. My dilemma is fixed. So here we are. So again, let me reintroduce the game here. I didn't do much to introduce it before, but so this is it's been a little while since I played a game here on the channel. I am Tenacious Earl, and this is the Blue Jays at the Yankees, and I've not done my weather yet. If I get a 20 here, I'm still playing the game. It's a 7, so that's good. That means that if we're looking at a weather chart here for the American League, the Yankees, Yankee Stadium in May, it's a day game. That's going to be good weather, and that's going to mean home runs galore as in terms of ballpark homers. So 4s on the singles, 20 for a left-handed homer, 17 for right, and a 20 rolled for that lefty means that there would be a rob check potentially, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay. Bear with me one more moment as I just want to do a little bit of checking here. Statistician. Okay, so the chat window still works, even if I don't have it playing back on my PC. So I'm going to kind of flip back and forth. Okay, so yeah, now that I've kind of got things squared away, I've got to recenter my focus here a bit. So the Yankees won the second game of the doubleheader that was played the day before. So there's a rain out with Game 1. So Game 1 and Game 2 were played on the same day. They split those games. So this is basically the tiebreaker, if you will. It's going to be their two best pitchers. It'll be Stroman. Well, I guess it'd be. They're two. I guess they're two aces. I don't know. It might be up to the. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as the saying goes, and so someone might not view Marcus Stroman as the Blue Jays' best pitcher in the 2016 season, but he was the guy used as their as the first guy in their rotation when I started the season. So I'm staying with that. So he cannot be injured. Tanaka can be on a 6-12, but. So it's going to be Tanaka and Stroman, and Tanaka will take the mound first, and let's get going here so we can get this game through. The lineup for the Blue Jays, you're going to get days off here from Troy Tulowitzki, and Justin Smoke also gets the day off. He played the second game of the doubleheader, so it's going to be Devin Travis at second, Jose Bautista in right, Michael Saunders in left, and then Josh Donaldson batting fourth at third base. And then that'll be Edwin Encarnacion at first, Russell Martin catching, Darwin Barney the shortstop today, Kevin Pillar in center, and Marcus Stroman on the mound. And facing Tanaka, so a couple righties here, and let's get going. Game 3 of this series. It's 105 start at Yankee Stadium. And Tanaka is going to get an early strikeout of Devin Travis, and that is a good start for the Yankee hurler. Bautista, righty 4-9. That'll be a grounder to shortstop, X. So Gregorius, he is up with it on a 7. He is a 1 E16, so it's going to take a rather oddball number, and I think that will even that will get the job done on his E16. Let's see, so 6. Sure enough, it does. Play is made. And Michael Saunders, the lefty. .63, ballpark single, 1-4. So ballpark single is right there. That's a 10, so that'll be a liner to the second baseman. 1, 2, 3. Down go the Blue Jays in order. And we're off here. Game 100 of this second iteration of the Tenacious Baseball League, using Super Advanced this time. My first one I used Advanced Rules. I also had DH rule in effect, and this one I do not. I have the pitchers hitting, and so we have that taken care of. We can go check the comments real quick. Hi, Jerry, Mark Russell, and we got the Statistician there, and I guess Super Strat Sunday. We won't mention the game later on too much. I already mentioned it a little bit. I think, well, actually, it might have been while my mic was muted. Okay, so the Yankees, it was Ellsbury and Headley that needed to be checked for rest, and Ellsbury has enough plate appearances to be exempt from that role, and Chase Headley was cleared to play, so he will play at third today. It'll be Ellsbury in center leading off, then Gardner in left, Didi Gregorius shortstop, as we already saw, Carlos Beltran in right, Starlin Castro second baseman, Mark Teixeira at first, Chase Headley third base, Brian McCann the catcher, and Tanaka will be batting. Both pitchers hitting cards number 1. So Ellsbury is 6'2" against the lefty, and he draws an early walk. Stroman not bad at holding. Martin a +1 arm, but Ellsbury, that gets him a 1 to 15 if he can get a good lead. Now he needs, when you add the two, we'll roll this when we add the two blue dice together. If they total 2 through 5, 11, or 12, he can get a good lead, and we'll try stealing. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and see if he can get a good lead here on Stroman. An 8 means he does not, so he will be held, and that would be a 1 to 9 chance, so a 45% chance of stealing, so he is going to just be held. We could consider hitting and running with Brett Gardner, but instead we're just going to swing away here, and the Yankees will hope that Gardner does not ground into a double play. Gardner has some speed, so he should be able to beat out many of those chances anyway. Lefty 5-5, and this one is popped deep into the gap. 1 to 7 would be a home run. Actually, no, it would not. It would be a single. He's weak power, so it's a normal home run if it's a 1 to 7. If it's 8 to 20, it's a double. It's a 10, so that's a double. And they're going to hold up Ellsbury, even though he is speedy. They're not going to chance it. They've got 3 outs to work with right now, so that is a second and third with nobody out, and it's going to be Didi Gregorius to the plate. Toronto will play with the infield back. Two. Well, that is a fly ball into center. And that is a B question mark. So that gives us an opportunity to potentially score Ellsbury from third. Now this is one where I get a little. So they're gonna throw in and cut Gardner off. So this will be a sack to center, an RBI for Gregorius. They're gonna let Ellsbury go ahead and score. They're gonna throw in to the shortstop towards third and keep Gardner close to the bag. So they're going to try to keep him and try to just keep this a one-run net for the Yankees. So Beltran at the plate now. Would be tempted to put him on and see if Castro would ground into double play, but they're going to go ahead and now with one out, Gardner could. What's his second steal number? 11. I don't know if they're holding him. That's going to make it pretty rough chance. So they're not going to. So here comes Beltran. 2-6. Well, he's going to strike out. So it's going to be up to Castro now to try and drive home Gardner. 2 away. And 6-9 against a righty. That's a grounder to short. So it's going to be Barney 2E7. Well, they weren't holding Gardner with 2 outs. So 2E7. That's a 16. He'll get to it. So now as long as he can avoid a crooked like 17 or something like that, and it's a 5. That's a rare play. Let's see what the rare play happens to say here. So that was 16 on a 2. So that's ground ball 1, rare play. There's a runner on first, batter hits the ground ball to start double play, runner breaks it, but that's interference. So there's no rare play. This is just going to be a play that is completed from Barney to Encarnacion, and that will be the third out. They're going to get a run, though, on the sac fly from Gregorius, scoring Ellsbury. It's 1-0 Yankees. Hello, Benny Blades. Hello, Anthony Cruz. Let's see, did I miss anybody else saying hello? I already got Jerry, I believe. I did. So I think I'm caught up as far as the how y'all doing. But yeah. We're in February. I realized that I hadn't made too many videos here since Christmas, so better get my rear in gear, as my mother used to say. And Josh Donaldson now. Blue Jays in a 1-0 deficit, 2-9, and just misses a pitch that he could take out of the park. That's just going to be a walk, though, for Donaldson. And brings up Edwin. Runner at first, nobody out. 3-4. Oh, that's going to be a 6-4-3. Twin killing, and that does Blue Jays no favors. Going to leave it up to Russell Martin here to try and make the second inning more than a bust. And he has a great chance of it here. 1-9, a 1-12 home run, and it's going to stay in the park, though. It's going to be a double. He hit it well, but that may save the Yankees a run there. It just didn't get enough to clear the fence. So it's going to now be Darwin Barney getting a start at short. Off day for Tulowitzki. Runner at second, 2 away. Righty 5-6. Fly ball to center field. Underneath it, Ellsbury makes the catch. Retires the side. So a walk and a hit. Neither of them create any runs. So man. No product endorsements here, but I have been trying these. I'm a Diet Mountain Dew guy, but these flavored Cokes are interesting. I've gotten the flavored Coke out of the fountain at we have Wawa in the Delaware Valley, and they have those fancy Coke machines that are made by a Ferrari subsidiary that they'll make almost any flavored soda that you want. They've got lots of different things. They've got these little cartridges inside that allows them to be able to have all sorts of stuff like Diet Mellow Yellow, which is great because that's one of my favorites. But you know, it's got all sorts, and it's got these little flavor injections you can put in. So I've been trying some different. So I've had like Diet Coke with a little bit of something extra, you know, pushed into it, and yeah, these blood orange ones are pretty good. So no product endorsement, just but they're pretty brisk. All right, Teixeira facing Stroman 6'4", batting from the left side, a fly ball in the center. Pilar, great range. One range, so he'll get underneath it. Now, will he make the grab with an E7 rating? Well, that is a 15. He may not get it. Let's see. E7 and 15. He does not. E7 and a 15 is trouble. So you add these three together to get your E factor. And so that's going to be an E8 two-base error. And that's not a way that Stroman wants to start off his inning. He's been put behind the 8 ball. Of course, he hurt himself in the first inning with a walk that, led to Ellsbury scoring. But now Headley, with a runner at second, nobody out. 2-8, and he goes down on strikes. So maybe Stroman can see his way out of this with the pitcher coming up, but he needs to get McCann out first. Not an easy thing to do. 1-9, but he is going to strike him out as well. So now all he's got to do is navigate Tanaka. Not a good time for a pitcher's card roll here. He wants a 1, 2, or 3 on the white die, and he gets a 5-7, but that's a strikeout. Tanaka hits from the right side. That is a strikeout, and he strikes out the side. No thanks to, the only reason he does strike out the side is because Pilar boots it in center field, but 1 error, no runs, no hits. We'll go to the third. 1-0 Yankees. So, Benny says I'm slacking. Well, a little bit. And now for the rest of the story. I'm in a soccer blast league that for a week or so I really had to go into a major learning phase, which kind of wiped me out a little bit when it comes to rolling. I was like heavy duty, and I had like 3 games in a row to roll in that league, and because the home team plays the games out, and so I had 3 home games like right in a row, and so I basically crammed probably 8 or 9 soccer blast games into about a week, and I was just like toast. So that's part of my absence has been getting into that, which it's fun. It's definitely interesting because it's a draft league. So we took the MLS teams and the players, and not the teams but the players, and just did a draft, a little zigzag draft. So yeah, and there's I think there's 8 teams well, 16 teams, 8 managers. Each manager gets a first division and a second division team. And there's going to be promotion and relegation. We're going to try to, so if anybody has, yeah, I'll probably play a game or two of it or more on the channel here, but just that's a little bit of where I've been. Kevin Pillar leading off the third. 5'11", righty. Yeah, he's going to ground it to first. Teixeira, good fielder, 2E5. Yeah, he gets that one, and he will have no problem fielding that, I believe. E5 and a 13. No, it's 12. Yeah, that's no problem at all. We'll say 3-1 because Pillar has some wheels. And now Stroman. Righty 410. That's a grounder to short. So, yeah, Tanaka gets all those shortstop and X's they're with good fielders. Gregorius a 1E16, and he's going to make the play. No problem there. So you get any X chances with the Yankees, and aside from Beltran and maybe Castro, you've pretty much got 2s and 1s in the range column at least. All right, top of the order, Devin Travis. 1-9. Oh, and he gets a little bad luck there. That's a grounder back to the pitcher. 8 and 10 both would squirt by and get up through the middle, but a 9 is fielded by Tanaka, and that's another 1-2-3 inning for the Yanks, looking to run the record to 9-12. Toronto right now at an even 500 at 10-10. Finishing out their 7th series. The Blue Jays will head home after this one, and they'll face the Orioles in their next series. The Yankees will get a day off before resuming their next series. That they'll be traveling down to the they'll be taking their talents to South Beach to face the Marlins in a series. Marlins up there near the top of the league. And here is Ellsbury, top of the order for the Bronx Bombers in a 2-8. That's a single. He's reached twice so far. And he's going to try and get a lead again here. He tried the last time and just didn't break well enough. And then again, he gets an 8, so no opportunity to steal there. This time the Yankees, they're going to try hitting and running with Gardner. So they're holding on Ellsbury. That turns Gardner into an A hit-and-run guy. Let's see how this strategy plays out for New York. Well, and it's an 8. So, well, it's a 6-8. So we go off the pitcher's card, and then we use a secondary results chart based on what comes out of 6-8 against a lefty. Will be a grounder. If it's a 1-7, it's a single with a 2-star instead of 1 because Ellsbury got the jump. It's an 18, so that will be a grounder. I am gonna convert it from a grounder to first base B. We're gonna say that. Actually, no. There's an easy way to define this. So this is, we're going to say 3-6, fielder's choice. So we're going to say it was a hot shot, and Ellsbury stopped when it came to Encarnacion, but Encarnacion did not field it cleanly, so he ended up having the play at second, but Gardner was breaking out of the box and got to first in time to break up the double play. But there was, since it was a ground ball B to first base, that's a plausible way to score that. So, well, you know what? They're going to try and get Gardner a lead here. He might as well give it a shot, too. He needs a 7 to get the good lead. And this time he gets a 2. That would have been helpful to Ellsbury, not so much to Gardner. So he's going to stay. He's going to be held as well. And here's Gregorius. 2-5. And 2-5 is going to be another extra base hit here for the Yankees. If it's a 1, it's a homer. It's a 10, so a double. And it's going to be second and third yet again. Another time for the Yankees, and with 1 out. Blue Jays will play with the infield back here. Tempted to walk Beltran here, but I think adding runners in with 1 out, not a smart thing. So there's a 3 on the D20. So 4-10, batting from the left. That's a fly ball to left field. That's going to be caught. It's deep enough. Gardner will score without a hitch. And it's now 2-0. So in comes Brett Gardner, and 2 sacrifice flies are your scoring so far. Now with 2 outs and runner at second, it will be Starlin Castro. Ooh, potential for a balk or that's passed ball, and Martin is a 1-3 passed ball guy. 17, nope. So 3-5, and this is going to score another run. RBI coming up here for Castro. 3-5 is a 1-19 double, and so another double in the inning here. In comes Gregorius, and it's now 3-0 Yankees. And Castro ends up in scoring position as well. It's going to be Teixeira. With 2 down, 3, another 3-5. This is going to be a strikeout to end the inning. So they pick up 2 more runs, a little insurance now. 3-0. Okay. Well, I kicked my soda, so I'm going to get a different one. When you're thirsty, you're thirsty. I have a heater going. It has been frigid around the eastern seaboard, at least the northern parts of it, for a week plus now, but starting to thaw out a bit, but it still isn't quite there yet. Bautista walks. Blue Jays need to get some stuff going here, and not much speed. They have lots of power, but that means they've got to get some guys actually hitting the ball off Tanaka, and it hasn't really been going according to form for them. Michael Saunders now, Bautista at first. So 6-11 against a lefty. That's a grounder to first. Teixeira throws to Gregorius. That's the first out, but they're not getting. Saunders will be able to beat this one out. So almost a double play ball. But Saunders was able to get on his jets there and make it down. So here's Donaldson now. 1 out, runner at first again. 3-5, he strikes out. Not much small ball from this Toronto team. So Travis isn't too bad. Pilar is all right, but the rest of them are pretty much station-to-station players. Here's Encarnacion, 2 outs. 3-6. Well, there's another walk, so some discipline there. Gets Saunders in the scoring position. Now they need Russell Martin to come through. He did double in the second inning. They could use another one of those right now. 2 outs, runners going. 1-2, that's a grounder to short, and Gregorius throws to Teixeira in plenty of time. That will retire the side. No runs, no hits, 2 left. Through 3.5 hits, 3-0 Yankees. All right, I guess I should take a moment to check the comments. How is the weather there? It's starting to warm a little bit. I think it's going to be high 40s, low 50s today, and it's going to get into the 60s middle of this week. But don't get me wrong, I myself am a fan of the cold weather, so. Okay, so it's going to be Chase Headley batting left, 6-7. That's a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for the Yankees, and they've had their leadoff batter on in every inning so far. Headley, he's going to try to get a good lead here. He could take off. If he gets it, he's a 6. No, it's an 8. So Brian McCann. .29 strikes out. That's 6 strikeouts issued by Mr. Stroman, but it's the contact that's been made that's been the Achilles heel for him. Tanaka at the plate. Let's see. A D bunter. He's going to go ahead and try to bunt over Headley anyway. So that makes him an E because they're playing with the infield in. E9. That's 1 and 2. He's just going to swing away now. 6-7. That is trouble for Stroman. 6-7 is a 1-7 double for a right-handed. So it's a single, 2 stars. And so the 50-50 mechanism kicks Stroman in the butt. So first and third. 1 out. Going to play with the corners in here in the bottom of the 4th. Try and get a double play with Ellsbury at the plate. Lefty 6-9, a grounder to short. So they're not holding Tanaka on. So this is a decent opportunity. Barney's 2E7. They need a high number here on the D20 roll. It's a 10. Is it high enough? 10? Yes, it is. A 10 is G1. So as long as he avoids an error, this would be a double play and we get them out of the inning. 2, 10 is G1. So as long as he can avoid a crooked number here, 8 is good enough. That's going to be 6-4-3. And that is going to get them out of the inning. Infield was only corners in, so that allows for a ground ball A up the middle to be a double play ball. So they play that to perfection. We're through 4, 3-0 Yankees. Okay, Darwin Barney leading off the 5th. Tanaka has had a real easy go of it so far. Well, he has given up his share of walks, and he's going to draw. Barney's going to draw another one here. That is the 4th base on balls. And it's going to be Kevin Pillar now. Righty 4-6, grounded to third base. It's going to be Headley over to Castro. They're going to make the relay, but Pillar is going to have plenty of speed to beat out the relay throw. And so it'll be first base 1 out for Stroman. He is going to hit. He will. Let's see, he's a D-bunter as well. He is going to bunt. Actually, with 1 out, he's going to go ahead and swing away. 4-5. That's a fly ball to right. Going to be caught. Be the 2nd out. No double play. That's a good thing. So now Pilar with 2 outs. He's going to try and see if he can get a steal here off of Tanaka. Tanaka -1, McCann +1, so it evens it out. Pilar would be a 1-14 steal threat if he can get a good lead. Needs a 2 through 5 or a 12. But it's a 6, so no good lead. They're holding him. Would be a 1 to 8 chance on the not so good lead. And so they're just going to hold him. 2 outs, runner at first. And it's Devin Travis. 3-6, a 1 to 9 is a single. And that's a 9, so it's going to be the inning will continue as Travis beats 1 out, and it's for first and second with 2 away for Joey Bats. One swing could put him right back into this game. 1-7. That's another 1 to 5 single, or another potential single here. 1 to 5. Oh, it's a 2. It's going to load the bases. Only 1 base advance, so it's going to be up to Michael Saunders to try and drive these guys home. And he is anti-clutch, so but now of course the infield's back, but the bases are loaded, 2 down for Saunders. Ooh, a potential balk or passed ball. If it's 1 to 3 at balk, and Masahiro Tanaka does not have a balk rating. Potential passed ball. McCann is a 1 to 2. I'm going to shake it up. 1 or 2 passed ball would score a run. It's a 19, so here we go. Bases loaded, 2 out. 2-5 struck him out. Tanaka comes through. And a big chance wasted there. 2 hits, a walk, bases juiced. Cannot get the job done, and Stroman goes back out there. He's given up 3 runs, but and he probably could be responsible for more. They've hit him pretty hard here in this game. My dice box keeps sliding this direction because when I throw it hard enough, I think it just shoves it little by little. So, okay, Brett Gardner facing Stroman. Try to get Stroman through 6 innings here. So that's a 2-10, and I don't know if he's going to be able to last that long. 1 to 4 double. It's a single for Gardner. Gardner's going to. They haven't hit. They'd really like to get somebody down to second with nobody out. Trying to get a steal going here. That's 9. He cannot get a good lead. So they're going to stick with Gregorius. Swinging away here. 2-7. We're getting a lot of 2s. I don't know as I like that so much. But the Yankees like it. 1 to 5 double. It's going to be a single. 2-star, first and third, nobody out. And I think the Blue Jays are going to feel aggrieved about this white die. But that's okay. All right, bear with me. I got to check my pitching usage here. I'm going to have to start finding a guy to get warmed up, I think, because get Jesse Chavez stirring around. Okay, so first and third, they're going to have to play with. Again, they'll play with the corners in here. Up the middle, they'll give up a run for 2 outs, and it's going to be Beltran at the plate. 6'4", batting from the left side. It's a fly ball to center field. Pilar's a 1, so that helps. Good, very good range. Just what they really need is, let's see, they probably need they want a high number. They want one up above like 12. Actually, up above 14. They want 15 to 20 right now. It's 10. That's going to be a fly ball. It'll score a run. As long as Pilar doesn't make an error, and he doesn't. That's going to be another sac fly. In comes Gardner. Makes it 4-0. Gregorius still at first, and Castro at the plate. .112, and Castro is hit by a pitch and potentially injured. Let me see. So Castro is over 600 at bats, so the maximum injury he can get is 3 games. We will roll. It's a 5. He is going to be injured for the remainder of this game only. So, and let's see. We're going to have him come out after this half inning, so he will run the bases, but he's going to need to be subbed out. And we're going to stick with Stroman for the moment. First and second, 1 out, Mark Teixeira. Lefty 4-4, grounded to third base. It's going to be Donaldson a chance here at a double play, 2E17. 2 and 6. Maybe not a double play there. They weren't holding runners, so it's at least going to be G2 as long as there's no error here. That's an 11. No error, and it's going to be a 5-4. Fielder's choice, getting Castro at second, so he's off the base paths. Advancing to third will be Gregorius. That's going to bring up Chase Headley with first and third and 2 outs. Oh, another one of these. It's 2. It's potential passed ball. 1-3 passed ball. Oh, and it's a 1. It's going to score Gregorius on the passed ball. Gets by Russell Martin and moves Teixeira to second. And so Headley still at the plate. 3-9 strikes him out. But things coming up peachy here for the Yankees. 2 more runs, 5-0. Going to have to make a little defensive switch here for the Yankees. They're going to bring in Ronald Torreyes in place of Castro. Okay. That's probably going to be it for Stroman. Especially if he comes to bat. But 5-0. He's faced 25 batters. That's probably enough. So Donaldson at the plate. Righty 6-8 strikes him out. Tanaka rocking and rolling today. Edwin Encarnacion. 1-3 grounder right back to Tanaka. It's going to be 2 outs, and Russell Martin Righty 5-4, catcher X. That's going to be McCann a 3 and a 16. Gives us a foul out as long as there's no error, and there won't be. 1-2-3 inning. And it's not looking good here for the Blue Jays. So they're going to bring in Jesse Chavez to relieve Marcus Stroman. Pitching change. So, I'm going to face Brian McCann. 2-4 ballpark single, chance 1-4, and it's a 3. Tanaka's up bunting. It's an E2. So that goes to his speed. So that's a speed chance. He could beat out this bunt. That would be a really bad beat here. So it falls within his running range. He's a 1-10 to 12. So it's just going to be a straight sacrifice. 5-4. Batter, or the runner from first, moves to second. That's 1 out. Ellsbury. Lefty 6-3, and that's a ballpark home run. Normal power for a lefty. All he needs to do is avoid the 20, and it's gone. That's a 2-run homer. Touches up Chavez, and it's now 7-0 Yankees. Brett Gardner. 3-7, fly ball to center field, caught, 2 outs. Didi Gregorius. Lefty 6-6, singles. Beltran. Potential balk, no balk for Chavez. 4-12, lefty, that's a walk. Keeps getting worse here for the Blue Jays. First and second, 2 outs. That's Ronald Torreyes in his first action at the plate. 6-6 righty, more problems. He's a weak hitter, but this is going to most likely score a run, and it will. Double. Eight to nothing, and now Teixeira. Second and third. Just need an out here. Get out of this inning. 3-10 strike. Ballpark single. This has worked out for them before. Oh, my goodness. One of those games. 3-10. Ballpark single, and he gets the 1. It's just not Chavez's night here. And Headley, they batted around. 4-11 lefty, ballpark single. Will they get another one? Not this time. Liner to the second baseman, Devin Travis, but that's another 4 runs in the inning. That's 9-0, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And McCann will lead off the 7th for the Yankees, as he did the 6th. So, Blue Jays are going to have to get someone else warming up. It's going to be Pat Venditti. Let me see something here. And I think Venditti, isn't he the, I think he's the, I need to look this up. I think he's the guy that is a switch pitcher. So if he's in there, we'll just play it by ear. But he's going to pitch from the left side when it's a left-handed batter, and if there's a switch hitter, we'll decide which way he's going to throw from. So it's going to be Barney here against Tanaka. Tanaka's still in this game. Seems like it's been an hour since he's pitched. Righty 4-4, ballpark single, and they're not going to get the benefit of that. Liner to Gregorius, 1 out. Pilar, 5-2 righty, normal home run. He does not have normal power, so for a righty, it'll be a 1-17 single chance, and he gets it. So it's going to bring up the pitcher spot, and it's going to be Ezekiel Carrera. Going to face Tanaka here. .59 lefty, grounder to second base. The batter will beat it out. Brings up Devin Travis with 2 outs. Righty 6-7, 1-14 single. That's a 1. First and second with Yankees are going to start getting their bullpen warming up here. Had a lot of guys pitch last game. Let's see. Who didn't pitch? Nick Goody. We'll get him warming up. Okay, so brings up Bautista with runners at first and second and 2 outs. This will be the last batter that Tanaka will face either way. 3-7, grounder right back to Tanaka, and he will throw to first. That retires the side, so all zeros here for the Yankee pitcher, Tanaka. That's going to be it for him. Okay, so McCann comes up and faces Venditti, who's in the game. It'll be pinch hitter, and then it will be the top of the order. Okay, against a lefty, that's a ballpark home run. Rutrow. That's gone. Called it before I even threw it. A 20 would have made it a robbing chance, but it's gone. Now 10-0. Venditti gets hit hard. I'm going to give... So Venditti will pitch right-handed right now. against Ref Snyder, and then he's going to pitch that way after. So they declared Ref Snyder as the pinch hitter, and then Venditti said that he was going to pitch right-handed. So against a right-hander, 6'10", it's catcher X, Martin 2 and 8. Not a chance of pass. Ball's going to be a foul out unless he errs. 11-14 on an E1, and he'll make the play. So that's the first out. Okay, now Ellsbury, Venditti's going to throw from the left side here against Ellsbury. 3-5 grounder to first. It's going to be a race between Venditti and Ellsbury, and Venditti will win it as Encarnacion underhands it to him. And now Gardner again from the left side. It'll be Venditti throwing lefty-lefty. 2-8. 1-9 homer. That was 2-8, wasn't it? I have 2-10 listed here. I gotta check my video. No, I guess I can't. I read 2-8. I'm gonna go with that. 1-9 homer. It's a 17. It's gonna end the inning. So fly ball to left. Well, if anybody saw that it was a 2-10, then let me know, but I'm going to stick with what I saw the first time. I think I saw 2-8, and it must have flipped in my hand when I brought it over. So, okay, so it's going to be Goody against Saunders here. They're not going to worry about matching up too much. It's a 10-0 ball game going to the 8th inning. Nick Goody. So it's 7 innings pitched for Tanaka. Good outing for him. And now Goody's going to try and just try to drive this guy into the garage, get it parked, and win the series, and try to see if that can get them on the right track. Series win against these guys. So that's a 3-9, which is a strikeout. Josh Donaldson 0 for 2 with a walk. Righty 5-9, grounder to short. Gregorius, he's going to get to it, and he's going to make the play. 2 outs. You can kind of speed through some of the X chance checks. Encarnacion 1-2. He's hit by a pitch and an injury. So does Edwin have? Yeah, he's also a guy that can only have 3, and it's a 20. He's going to have a 3-game injury, and is he going to come out immediately? 1-2. Yeah, he's going to come out right now. So they're going to send in Smoke to run for him. He's going to stay at first. And so a 3-game injury for Encarnacion. So we got a couple injuries here in this game. Now it's going to be Russell Martin at the plate with 2 outs, facing Goody. 3-7, strikes him out, ends the inning. All right. Venditti will stay in the game here and pitch to Gregorius here in the bottom of the 8th. From the left side, 5-12. Grounder to first. It's going to be Smoke, 2-6. 14 gets to it, and he'll make the play. So Beltran, so he's going to he's going to pitch from the left side. So actually no, yeah, he's going to pitch from the left side. 1 out, 3-7. That's a double, or at least a single. That's a double. Brings up Tereus. So he's pitching from the right this time. Potential passed ball. 1-3, and that's a 2, and another passed ball for Martin. So runner moves to third. Torres, 6. He's batting from the right, 6-8. 1-10 double. That's a 2, so that's going to score a run. Yankees breaking out here. Toronto gets Drew Storen warming up in the pen. So Mark Teixeira, runner at second with 1 out. And Venditti would be batting from the or pitching from the right side. So 5-11 against a lefty. That's a ballpark single chance. Yeah, that's going to be a liner to second base, and so 2 outs again. He's going to be he'll be pitching from the right side here, or excuse me, pitching from the left side. 2 down, 3-7, strikes him out. 1 run, 11-0. Storen will sit back down again. We're not going to need him, most likely. And, they're going to let Goody pitch a second inning. Facing, let's see. They're going to pinch hit with Tulowitzki. One 9 strikes him out. Pilar. 3-5, grounder to the third baseman. Headley throws to first, and now it's going to be Goins. Final out. And 260 strikes him out, and that is your ball game. The Yankees blank the Toronto Blue Jays by a score of 11-0. Let's just double check. 2, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11-0 is your final from Yankee Stadium. Thorough destruction of the Blue Jays in this one. Your winner is going to be Masahiro Tanaka. That runs his record to 3-2. And he is going to improve on a 4.01 ERA with that one, without a doubt. The loss go to Marcus Stroman, and he's going to be 1-3 he gives up 5 runs. I'm not sure if all of them are earned, but and Didi Gregorius, player of the game. Give him the player of the game right here. He went 3 for 4, double 2 singles, a sac fly. Let's see, I don't know. Did he end up? He didn't end up with any RBIs, but he scored 3 runs, and he did. Well, he had 1 RBI, the sac fly. He didn't have any additional, but did score 3 times, and you could also argue Beltran, he was 1 for 2, a double, scored once, couple of runs batted in there. Actually, yeah, Castro did pretty well too. So the Yankees just pretty much dominated this game. Now let me see here. I'm going to try something real quick. Give me a moment. Your screen went dark there for a second. There we go. So I'm hoping that I'm still. Just one moment here as I let's see. I guess I can't zoom that one. That's okay. So yeah, I'm back. I'm gonna try and do a game or 2 every week, if not more. But don't really want to overcommit to anything at the moment. Have a lot going on right now. Anthony Cruz with the boo for the Yankees win. Yeah, no problem there. You know, this is as I've said many times, I view this as kind of science project meets sports, and so that's kind of where I'm at with this. So I don't really get too terribly messed up one way or the other when it comes to these things. It's all right. I'm hoping that this should still be the functioning microphone at the moment. But yeah, things are busy. That's part of the problem. I have obviously all of the normal things of life, plus committed to a project that's where I've got to play games for a league with other people, so that has to take a little bit of precedent at times. I've started to play some music out with live performances. It's only about once a month right now, outside of my normal the stuff that I do at church. But I'm starting to branch out a little bit into that, and it's given me a little bit of an itch to maybe start writing some songs. I've written mostly Christian music in the past, and I wouldn't mind trying to put my mind towards just writing some general life kind of stuff that doesn't necessarily pertain to scripture or anything. Obviously there's always going to be some worldview that enters into the things that a person creates in terms of songs or books or whatever. If you're you know, if you're a Buddhist, if you write a song, then it's very likely that your song is going to be shaped by that philosophy or religion, and you know, so it's not going to be explicitly. If I start writing some more music, I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole myself into saying I'm not going to write anything that's this or that or the other, but I don't know. There's a lot of inspiration in this world that just allows you to kind of, I mean, obviously God is a great inspiration, but you know, there's a lot of things we encounter in life that can be dealt with on multiple levels. So I've got to go, but thanks for tuning into this. Like I said, I'll try to get a little bit more involved in the playing of games here on the channel, but I'm not going to go to the same level probably that I did for many years, where it was just like, you know, multiple games a week, you know, 5, 6, whatever I could fit in. Now it's going to be whatever I can fit in, which is probably like 1 or 2. So nothing that's any big deal, but just that's kind of the way it is, and just we all have our seasons, and maybe there'll be a season down the road where it gets a little more feasible. But all right, have a good day. Enjoy the Super Bowl, however it turns out. I'm not sure I'm going to watch it, but I've been back and forth. But I think I'm leaning towards it now. I was going to boycott it, but I think I've leaned towards watching it now. So, but anyway, enjoy it if you're going to watch it. Good luck to whatever team you're rooting for, unless their name starts with a new and ends with the New England Patriots. Then, oh well. Anyway, all right. See you soon. The Yankees win 11-0, and we will see you again here on Tabletop Baseball Plus in the very near future. Thanks a lot.